All right. It is time for another episode of Death is Here, where we look at the Grim Reaper. That's right, guys. We are splitting Grim Reaper's games away from the King of Cannons because he's just not cannon rushing enough anymore. He still does it, but he's been doing a lot of different cheese, a lot of builds that go into expansions and all that sort of stuff. So down here in the bottom left-hand side, our favorite 6K MMR, cheesy as truck Protoss player. He is the one and only Grim Reaper. And he is up against, in the top right, Alaton. I believe we see Alaton in chat quite a bit. And I've definitely seen Alaton out on the ladder as well. So very good GM player. Alaton has sent one of the very first probes across the map, which means we are seeing a Zealot cannon rush. This is going to be a gasless Zealot cannon rush. We're going to see 2 gates and then a forge is usually how you do this. Grim Reaper, on the other hand, is going a forge cannon rush. He thinks he's walled off here, so he's going to start cannoning down here really conservatively. Oh, if only he went up that ramp, he would know what he's up against. So the problem is he desperately needs to get a cannon up here. And even if he gets that up, he could get cannoned his Nexus by the Zealot rush, right? Meanwhile, oh, he's going gate first? He's going forge into gate, into cannon. Oh, this is cute. Starts that. Comes on up and he's like, oh, what? What the? Where's your? Oh shit. Okay, what does he do? What does he do? Okay, Alaton's gone in as well, and Alaton's like, oh, you went. Oh, okay. So Alaton's going to try and get his own defensive cannon up, right? Which will hold back Grim Reaper. So that's a very good move. I would have put that further forward to just get rid of that whole thing's range. But as it is, okay. Wait, he's still committing. He's still committing here. Oh, he's just going to try and build more cannons, and he's going to use his probes to kill it. Oh, Alaton needs to pull probes. So the thing is, Alaton's already invested in a few Zealots. Grim Reaper knows that, so he's trying to just double down, win the cannon war, and barely get a cannon up at home, and he's getting that cannon. His cannon at home is going to be ready in time. Oh my god. Okay, so Alaton wins the probe fight there, but not before he takes a bit of damage on his cannons. Oh, he's got to focus the one that's about to finish. Alaton, you got to focus fire the cannon. You got to focus fire that one. Oh my god, Alaton, you've got to make sure your cannons are focus fired. Oh, he's trying to pull back his probes. He didn't focus fire very well, but you know what? I think he's got enough cannons. That one does get focused before it finishes. I think he still wins this fight, though. Alaton's got 2 versus 1. Alaton wins the cannon war, starts a gas. And he's going to go for a cyber core behind us. His Zealots went in. They were deflected. I'd love to see them work their way around behind the mineral line and hold position here. That cannon does not cover the whole mineral line, in fact. So a bit of a mistake there. Meanwhile, cannons looking as good as they can up here defending the core. Is there? Alaton is down a few probes, but I think is in a much superior position in terms of having 2 gateways up already against a gateway that's not even halfway done. So as long as Alaton gets that cyber core, gets some workers on gas at home, which is a bit slow on putting workers on gas. He's busy microing his Zealots. Look at that. Oh, yeah, he's denying a lot of mining right now. I think this more than makes up for the probe deficit. As long as you build some probes, which, oh, he's just a bit slow on his macro. I think Grim Reaper a bit more comfortable in this scenario. Alaton's like, shit, my all-in didn't work. What do I do? Whereas Grim Reaper's like totally normal. My gateway is 2 minutes later than yours. That's fine. I know how to play this. Alaton, I think, oh, what is this? I think he should just be building stalkers from this base. But he's a bit slow on that gas mining, like we mentioned. He's chronoing probes now, but he's a bit slow on it. He technically could come down here and attack that cyber core, I think, with 2 Zealots without getting attacked, but it's kind of hard to do. Meanwhile, Grimmy is going to try and scout around this. Now, that's going to be a forward cannon. Fascinating. Wouldn't it be cool if I think he could have got that in range of the Nexus. That might have been a game winner. As it is, he's got plenty of gas now, but he's still a little low on the worker count. He can't afford to start Stalkers. I think if he got a few Stalkers out now, that'd be game winning, but he's looking like he wants to build more cannons. I don't know if this is the right decision. I think Stalkers are a far better unit than cannons. And, oh man. So Grimmy's just going to build 2 cannons to count. Yeah, he's not building Stalkers. Grimmy's building Stalkers. Alaton, I think, had the better build opening here. That gateway did get cancelled, remember, by Grimmy to get a bit more minerals for cannons, which is a good choice. But look at this, battery plus 2 cannons. Alaton's just trying to out-battery him, but he's getting Stalkers out as well as his own 2 cannons are going to finish well before the second cannon goes down. Okay, let's see. Can he keep this up? Oh, good choice by Alaton. He's going to take that cannon down probably before the battery finishes, but I think that battery is going to save the next one. And that's a problem. That cannon will survive. And now there's Stalkers out. Meanwhile, a Stargate going down at home for Alaton. But Alaton has been held here. He's still not using his gateways. I think he's just forgotten about what situation he's in here. And oh, Grimmy pulls that back at the very last second. Those stalkers do go forwards. Got to be careful. Got to do a bit of the in and out. Got to be careful there. Got to show. To be an effective stalker-verse cannon, you need to show that you know how to pull out. You got to be quick at that. The pull-out method only works if you're a very studious Protoss player. Otherwise, you can, unfortunately, have a few adverse effects. Notably, having a stalker get pregnant with photon cannon dust. Which is what is it called? The photon cannon, right? Shoots photons. Not sure how that does damage, but yeah, okay. Science. It's science. It's Protoss science. He's building Phenai, is Aluton. So you can tell he's a big Phenai Protoss. His cannon's doing an okay job, but still no gateway units on the ground. And I wonder how just building Phoenixes is supposed to win you this game. He did get two... Oh no, he got 2 Stalkers out. Okay. But he's not going to get any more units before this gets depowered, and losing 2 gates is going to be a nightmare. Equal probes, though. Forge, +1 and Blink. Of course, this is Grim Reaper. Whenever Grim Reaper's first wave of cheese doesn't work, it's almost always mass Blink Stalkers and just attack. I'll tell you, I've told you guys about the nightmare of playing him as a Terran player, where whenever you think it's a good time to attack, he always has 15 more Blink Stalkers and no follow-up compared to anybody else. You've got to be very careful about how you take your fights because he's so bloody mobile. He'll backstab like a madman. He's got ultimate maneuverability. He'll attack from every single side. So Alaton's building Phoenix, very good for picking up the Stalkers, right? If Grimmy goes out too far on the map, I think he finds himself in a really good position. But as it is, he's trying to go Robo before expand. So Alaton's going to try and recover from here. Grimmy's going to go 3-gate Blink. He's got a much quicker expand. I worry about how delayed that Nexus is. And I worry that the Phoenix aren't doing any damage, man. And there's 3 cannons in the main, so they're going to have to come around the back and hit the natural mineral line if they want to do damage. Problem is, by the time they can do that, Blink will be finished. Nexus is about 50 seconds behind. Grimmy is already 3 probes ahead. Does grab a scouting probe, does Alaton, but I worry about this. That Blink's almost ready, guys. That Blink is almost ready. Gets 1 probe there. Does get a second. Takes a bit of damage. I think it's important to get those probes, though. So good that he went in for that. He's building Immortals and more Phoenix. So Phoenix are really awesome for picking up Stalkers and disabling. The problem is, you're never going to have as many as they have Stalkers. Those Stalkers are just so much more gas cheap. And you're just not going to be able to keep up in overall production. And gets 1 Phoenix. Blink finishes. He might be able to cut him off. You got to be real careful as Alaton now. You've seen a lot of Stalkers. Look at this. He might get intercepted. He's hunting. They're hunting. Grim Reaper's looking for him. Does not catch the rotate on those Phoenix, though. Rotate's going to go around towards the main one more time. And that first Immortal is out. Where is it? Oh, there it is. The skin, man. Just camos with the Stalkers. They look so similar. All right. So Phoenix Immortal, man. Oh, this is so weird. Phoenix come around the back. They find an opening on that mineral line. Unfortunately, 1 Phoenix flies through. And what do we got? How many Stalkers is that? Ooh, that's 13 Stalkers. 13 Stalkers. The shield battery is not quite ready. Oh, he loses another Phoenix. Oh, man. I think he'd kill to have a few Void Rays right now. Battery overcharge. Oh, no. He doesn't get it in time. He didn't have any energy. His macro was too good. He just hit 50 energy on the main Nexus. And he's just going to die. Grimmy just blinks in there, says, goodbye, Mr. Immortal. And Alaton gets taken down there. I do think if Alaton didn't cannon rush, it was a little quicker to chrono back up to about 20 probes and then just went non-stop Stalkers. I don't think Grimmy could win that just because of how far behind his gateway was. But you needed to be willing to just commit to non-stop Stalkers. It's at this point. This is the key point. So after he wins this fight here, Alaton needed to be a little bit quicker to chrono probes. At this stage, he knows he's won here. So if he chronoed probes and queued them up non-stop, keep an eye on his production tab, and microed the Zealots, I think he'd get back. But keep an eye on that production tab. No probes. No probes. No probes. Builds a Cybercore, which is admittedly important, so I'm okay with maybe him building the Cybercore, then restarting probes, but it should have been a chrono from then onwards, right? And it wasn't. And then these Zealots do a great job, so hats off to Alaton for this one. I think this was amazing. But keep an eye on that probe production. It's microing his Zealots, almost gets a few probe kills, doesn't quite get them. Finally, he chrono boosts probes, gets the second gas. He also didn't put on that first gas during all of that. That first gas, I think he took a bit earlier than he needed to. And could have gone Cybercore, then double gas, in my opinion. But from here, don't build a pylon on a cannon. That's 250 minerals. That's 2 stalkers that should already be started. And I think you could even cut here on just 3 workers on 1 gas or 2 on each, plus 14, 15 on minerals. Non-stop stalkers, because look at the timing. If you've already started 2 stalkers, which like we said, if he takes that and puts it over into the other thing, yeah, he's just shy of the gas for the second stalker, but he could already have 1 stalker started, and it could be way ahead on that count. And the problem is these cannons aren't really going to help your opponent. So if you just get the stalker advantage and then maybe squeeze a battery or 2 in to support them, I think you're going to have a really powerful position. I don't know if it's game winning, but I think it's much better than doing this cannon thing. I think if you were doing this cannon thing, you've got zealots. The first cannon should have probably been built here, and we should have immediately doubled down on them. So I think this was a bit of a mistake building the first cannon back. I think cannon, all in range of the Nexus. Maybe, just maybe, Alaton gets it. But nonetheless, fantastic handling by Grimmy. Put the pressure on really hard. He cancelled his gateway up here and just went bam, bam, bam. However, let's keep in mind as well, if Alaton microed these zealots around even earlier, what about while that fight was still happening? What if the zealots went past the cannon and went behind the mineral line at this early point? A disruption in the minerals would have been massive. But obviously Alaton was like, oh shit, he's got a cannon, fuck. And he's so busy microing at home, pulling back cannons. It takes him a solid extra 30 seconds, I think. Maybe longer. So he went in about, what, 2:15? It's not until about 2:40, about 25 seconds before those zealots go in. And that's a missed opportunity. Yeah. Bad luck. GG's. Well played though. Grim Reaper there once again navigating the Battle of the Cheese fantastically. Turns out a Forge First Cannon Rush is in fact able to take out the 2-gate variety. GG, well played, mate. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video. Goodbye and good night.